Minister, the most frightening thing for families is not being able to pay a bill, and most of all the electricity bill, which will simply lead to the power being switched off in anyone's home. In these times of reckless bills being hoisted upon households due to this government not taking control of the problem from the word go, 200 here, 200 there is not going to solve this crisis, Minister. It is only kicking the can down the road. Speaking of the hotel sector and the supermarket sector, they are at a crisis point also and don't know where to turn, where to pay the next bill. Look at what the INTO told me recently of the local parish priest paying the electric bill in the local school to keep the lights on. Astonishing situation we find ourselves in. We have a crisis, Minister. €200 this year won't even scratch the surface for the ordinary mother and father. The same people who are being bled dry at the filling station day in, day out due to greedy government tax take on diesel and petrol. It's now at €2. Imagine diesel at €2.05 a litre in filling stations as this government gave no help to hard-pressed motorists in the last budget. But of course, why? If they gave some relief, it would have helped those mainly in rural Ireland as they do the most of the travelling. And still you have Fianna Fáil backbenchers shouting here in the Dáil last week for stronger climate action regulations, so to crucify the people more that are already in a crisis bill. Of course, electricity disconnections will happen in the months ahead as no real commitment is being made to tackle this issue. Those who are on fuel loans, a lot of them are in a desperate situation. But a lot of people fall between the cracks, Minister, and can get fuel loans. So, you know, we are facing also blackouts in this country. And I have said here before that if there's an electricity blackout in this country, you should be ran out of office. But you will be anyway by the people. You know, there's a big crisis, and I will agree with Deputy McGrath in what he said about Louise O'Reilly, speaking about us earlier in our own speech. We're well entitled to make our own speeches about rural Ireland on tourism. I'll take no lecture from Louise O'Reilly or anyone in the Sinn Féin party. I'll stand for my people, and I'll continue to stand for them. And she will not lecture us. She'd want to look at her own speeches quite a lot of the times.